Takau here from Romania. Already been in a semi-final of one of the doubles events here, the men's doubles. He's serving in the first game of this semi-final. There's that forehand. I know you think it's a good one.
The amount of power and spin that she can produce on this side is quite phenomenal. At times, it's just by you and you don't even know it. This gentleman on screen is just a gentle giant. He's one of the truly nice men out there on the tour. Horia Takau, like we said, probably having nightmares after that doubles match yesterday.
I don't think he would have slept. Probably operating on zero sleep, I think. Gee, they were almost over the line against the most successful doubles combination in the Open era, that Bob and Mike Bryan.
Oh. 13-15. Well, you'll see this often in mixed doubles. The women telling the guys what the opponent's woman likes to do, and the men tell the women what the women's tendencies are, because we don't play against each other.
Good serving.
Used to in the first game, Fitzy just sort of have a word to one another. Well, this is what she has a tendency of doing, and that's important because the guy has no idea. We don't get to play each other like the men do every single week. Very important to know the tendencies of your opponent.
Takau there, thinking that Mahesh Bhupathi was moving. It was really a fake. A good little hustle there from Bhupathi, closing on the net to trying to volley down the line. He thought he was moving. Well, there's the strength of Mahesh Bhupathi, particularly the backhand. And as is the case in mixed doubles these days, there will be a sudden death point here at deuce. And the man will serve to the man. So he needs a first serve to count.
Well, and the one thing you have to remember in mix is the man is not going to get as much help at the net from the lady. Certainly not as much as they do in men's doubles.
Oh, great first serve when he needed it. So he holds in the opening game, Horia Takau, and he and Bethany Sands lead one.
To play Rafael Nadal in the 2012 final. Let's go back to Renee and Fitzy.
Very important for the opening service game to be held by the man. That, with all the power these days in men's tennis, it's important that they can hold serve. Yeah, good point, wasn't it, by Maddox Sands there. Great return of serve. That was a pretty heavy first serve. 198 Ks from Mahesh Bhupathi there.
I can tell you that Bethany likes pace, so he's going to have to still hit his serves in the spot to get it away from her. That's pressure, isn't it, Fitzy? Because you know, as the guy, the second serve, if it's not hit well, you're not going to get much help from the net player. And so he's thinking about the volley, getting it past the other gentleman at the net. There's a lot of things going through his mind before he hits his serve.
Well, it's a big delivery. There's a challenge here, but I think Takal thinks it's good. Bhupatimixed has served well for a long time in his career. It's, I would think, the most outstanding part of his game.
Certainly can get a little tight on it, though, at times. I played against him last year at the French, and he still throws in a double fault now and again.
Wow. Gee, he might be well advised not to serve to that backhand on a big point again with a second serve.
This is where his partner needs to help him. What is the strength of Bethany Mattek? And I can tell you the backhand's her strength.
Gee, nothing anyone could do about that. She hit that as clean as a whistle. Fantastic backhand. Break point. Well, she's played an awesome game, has Mattek Sands, and they're broken. They lead 2-love. A couple of games from Bethany Mattek Sands. She didn't make a mistake there on the first court. Two unbelievable backhands to return, and what a point on the break point. So she's serving now at 2-love.
The strengths for Bethany Mattek Sands are without question the return, Fitzy. She will have a go at anything, never hold back. Her biggest tendency is when she gets a bit tight is the second serve. It will sit there and it will really will get handled today by both Bhupatimixed and by Mirza. So we'll see where her confidence is. That's her husband on screen, and he'll be thinking that's not the way you want to start serving.
Wow. Bhupatimixed moved. He moved at a perfect time, didn't he? Was in the perfect position and just executed this poorly.
Well, you know, Fitzy,
how can you miss that?
You know how big those points are. Because that's not only love 40 and 3 break points, that's actually technically 4 break points because of the no-ad scoring that we have in mixed doubles.
Yeah, the second serve is obviously a weakness here. So all players seem to have their strengths and weaknesses, and there's no pace on that first serve, and she can't get that into play this game. So that's going to really hurt her. She needs a lot of first serves.
She can hit that first serve pretty hard sometimes when she's loose and feeling really confident, but almost sometimes when you get the break, it's harder to serve. You get a little bit tighter.
Well, she's got to lift her sight. She's hitting every ball about 10 centimetres below the tape. So a great game followed by a pretty ordinary one from Bethany Mattek Sands. It's 2-1. Injured on the volleys. He's missed a relatively easy one in the first point. Love 15.
Well, you guys have a tough task in mix sometimes because you almost try not to do too much, but at times you leave those big wide gaps trying to cover for the woman. I wouldn't be trying to cover for Mirza on the baseline too much because she can handle herself back there. Mahesh has always tried to play a lot with Mirza. It's almost like a big brother to Mirza growing up. She's an absolute superstar in India, and of course, he and Leander Paes, two of the great champions of tennis in that country. And here's the first I formation we're seeing for the day.
Good tennis, long point. All four players using the whole court.
50-40. We saw the use of the I formation, and often you see it a lot in doubles now because everybody's returning the ball so big cross court that it really brings the net player into play as well. So you throw the I formation in to make the returner have to hit that return somewhere else other than big through the middle of the court. There are so many reasons. It's tough to go into in 30 seconds.
Yeah, good volley from Tikal. His form is pretty good here. They break again, 3-1.
Quiet, please. Now, South Australia's princess would like to comment on the match so far.
Good effort. Yeah.
New My Kitchen rules. Time starts Monday, 7:30.
Yeah.
Good vision of the racket work here from Mahesh Bhupatimixed. He tried to just get this ball softly over and down. Tikal in good position. Gee, both girls returning awfully well at the start.
Well, it definitely, I would say, their strengths, both of them. Their return of serve is their big weapons, and forehand cross-court from Mirza is unbelievable. Fifteen.
That's the way to play in modern doubles. If your partner hits a big, deep serve like Tikal did there, it's certainly important that the net player moves forward and closes down the angles. Easy put-away volley.
Certainly Bethany's a little bit more willing to move at the net than Sania is, and that makes a big difference in mixed. If the guy's serving well and you have a female partner that likes to move and take advantage of those particular serves, it can make the pressure on the returner so much more.
Well, you could see there that Bethany was covering the line, maybe a fraction too much, and Tikal then had to come across the centre service line to cover that extra space down the middle. Good play from Mirza. Gee, that she's returning well. A good first return, into position for the second shot, and really dipping the ball down the middle. Good percentage doubles. fantastic mixed doubles there. Horia Takao and Maddox Sands 4-1 up. They've got the break.
Well, this is a must-win game because if Bhupati can hold serve here, then there's a chance of breaking the Maddox Sands serve, which they did last time. And you always know that as a player. We've got to hang on to this particular service game.
30
He won't be too happy, Mahesh, at losing his serve in 4 games ago. So I tell you what, he can't take Maddox Sands lightly, though. If he doesn't get the ball near the line, she'll crush it back at him. It's all about getting it out of her hitting zone. Oh, great play. Well, she's been outstanding on the return. Takao there, I thought it maybe blown it for his team. He really didn't do enough with that little chip across court. He was in position to really hit that ball hard and finish the point. But you got to respect that lob.
I almost tried to do the same thing, but that's why people always say, why don't you lob more? It's not that easy to do all the time. Very difficult under pressure to hit a lob all the time. Certainly over these great athletes.
Game. Mirza.
Bhupati holds. And 4-2 still trailing, though, in this first set.
For you at home is, what is your dream mixed doubles combination? It's an interesting one. Roger Federer, Steffi Graf, perhaps. McEnroe, Navratilova, Agassi, Graf, John Fitzgerald, Angelina Jolie. Just send them through. We'd like to know. Fitzy, who would you like to put yourself with for a couple of hours on the doubles court?
You know, I didn't know you did comedy. I didn't know.
I think you like the Angelina Jolie mixed doubles combination.
She has a forehand. Have you seen it?
Who would be yours?
Well, I'm a faithful man. Liz Smiley paid for half of my house, so I'm sticking with Liz. Yours?
30.
Martina Navratilova has to be. She, in terms of a woman playing with, and I think the Johnny Mac combination with her would be, would be pretty impressive.
I think if I had a choice if I could pull somebody out to play mixed doubles with me on a big moment, it would be John McEnroe. That would be pretty cool. And I would say Todd Woodbridge, but I had the opportunity of playing with Todd, obviously, and I played with Bob Bryan, so I've played with some pretty awesome mixed doubles players over the years, and great doubles players.
4 millimetres out, that one.
That's a big point too, Fitzy.
Maddox Sands to Carol have one chance.
Just no matter what the scoreline is, Justin Sands, Bethany's husband, in the orange.
All right, good speed. Yeah, good speed. And a hold here for Maddox Sands surely would almost sew up the first set for her team. Good speed.
And you knew that, didn't you, Fitzy? You knew that if you could get a break and just hold the woman's serve, really the guy should be able to serve out the match or the set.
Well, they hold here. They've got a chance on Mirza's serve then, and then followed by Takao's serve. So their two best chances to come. But not over yet, this game.
40-30.
Horia Takao is just taking a beating at the net by Mirza. He didn't even want to have anything to do with that second shot. That just shows you the power of the Mirza forehand.